In recent years, Oceanside has witnessed an influx in electric bicycles, electric scooters, motor-sized skateboards, etc., traveling on city streets. Along with traffic collisions involving bicycles, electric personal assistive mobility devices, electrically motorized boards, low-speed vehicles, motorized scooters, shared mobility devices, and other vehicles are a growing concern. The police department reported 188 traffic collisions involving bicycles and/or e-bikes from January 1st, 2020 through July 1st, 2023. Of these 188 collisions, 67 involved e-bikes, while 121 involved traditional bicycles. In 61% of these, the bike and/or e-bike operator was determined as the party at fault for that collision. On the average, 16% of all bike collisions resulted in serious injury, 21% juveniles, and in the majority of cases, 60%, the individual on the bicycle or e-bike was not wearing helmets. In response to bicycle and e-bike safety concerns, the police department has increased its enforcement and educational efforts this past year. Among its education efforts, the police department created an educational flyer that was distributed to the Oceanside Unified School District, which was then disseminated to the parents via their education portal. This flyer addressed proper safety guidelines when operating bicycles on the road. The police department has also created educational pages specific to the operation of e-bikes and the rules of the road on our webpage. This information provides details on what qualifies as an e-bike rider requirements, where e-bikes can be ridden, e-bike types, and the rules of the road. These web pages are located on the Oceanside Police Department website and are accessible to the public. In addition to the education flyers and documents, the police department has been actively engaging in outreach by attending community events and providing bike safety education. The police department has designed and implemented a bike safety course free to the public, which includes aspects to e-bikes. From a safety perspective, there are several factors that can reduce injuries and prevent collisions from occurring. Number one, always wear a helmet regardless of age, speed, you travel, or roadway conditions. New helmets provide a better ventilation and can reduce the chances of brain injury. Number two, know and follow the vehicle code. Obey stop signs and speed limits, and yield the right-of-way. Always use proper hand signals and wear high visibility clothing and protective gear. Number three, know the rules for the city you are riding in. For example, the City of Oceanside has an ordinance that prevents bicyclists from riding in front of a business in the business district. A bicyclist would also have to dismount or yield to a pedestrian when riding on the sidewalk. Number four, check the bike for any mechanical problems. Make sure that the tires are inflated and the brakes are fully functioning. We would also recommend that the bicycle is equipped with the proper functioning lighting that can be used both day and night. Number five, don't carry passengers if your bicycle isn't made to transport more than just one rider. The City of Oceanside has enacted an ordinance to address those who operate bicycles and other mobility devices. This ordinance was set forth to create a safer community to these who walk, ride, or drive vehicles in or around bicyclists. Operators must comply with all traffic laws, maintaining a safe operational speed, not exceeding posted speed limits, slowing down in high gears and under. Operators should exercise due regard for all traffic conditions, road conditions, weather conditions, the presence of pedestrians and other vehicles, and any other potential hazards. Operators must not endanger themselves, passengers, or others, keeping a safe distance from pedestrians, especially on city trails. Operators should exercise due regard for the safety and well-being of all persons and property in the vicinity. Transporting passengers on a non-designed parts of the device or attaching it to moving objects is prohibited. Operators should exercise due regard for the intended use and design of the device. Operators must dismount on city trails less than 5 feet wide with pedestrians or equines within 50 feet. Operators should exercise due regard for the width of the trail and the presence of other users. Our local ordinance is an important tool to increase safety throughout the city. This ordinance offers a locally controlled, education-based enforcement mechanism as an alternative to monetary court-issued fines. The police department believes this method would be a more effective deterrent with youth who are not always financially responsible for their California Vehicle Code violation fines. Our ordinance authorizes peace officers or employees charged with enforcing city's traffic laws and the regulations to enforce the ordinance. In lieu of filing charges in court for violation of the ordinance, the police chief or designee may allow a violator to complete a police department provided bicycle or e-bike safety educational program for regulated mobility devices. The ultimate goal is to educate bicycle, e-bike, and other regulated mobility device operators on safety and road rules. We highly recommend that every rider, regardless of ability and age, take a bike safety course offered through the San Diego County Bike Coalition or through the Oceanside Police Department. You can find the information at sdbikecoalition.org or contact Officer Parento at mjparento@oceansidepd.org.
You're watching KOCT Television in Oceanside.